Okay, we're just starting on dumping the first couple loads here. Very first load here. We had some mishap with our spinner inside the bin, and then which backed up all this. Made a little pile there. And sheared the pins on that. So I got to go get two 7/16 bolts. Put in there, and then try it again and see if we have it fixed. That'll get going. Pulling up, he's going to start dumping his two. I'm going to hook these two single ones together. I'm going to run down to the other end, drop the empty ones off, pick up the full set, bring those back in. Okay, here's our moisture tester we use for mainly corn. We can use it for soybeans, and there also is a wheat option. So all you do, sample corn, press the on button, so that's how we test our moisture on our corn. You want it around 15% moisture. So right now, he's currently moving it over to that bin. You might be able to see a little bit dropping in there. So we're moving it over. Don't really need to dry it really any at that. We did some that was 17% moisture here on the north end. Now he went to the south end of this field. It's a little drier there. And he's working his way back this way. So he'll mix that in and he'll be fine. So right now he's pulling it up, moving it over. So we do the same thing. I'll need two hands for this though. We got a little lever there, opens the gate, and drops a little sample for us to take down here, or whatever's going across in the office. So another thing I forgot to mention is, you saw the numbers pop up first, but they were blinking. That's adjusting for temperature. Once it figures out what the temperature is, then it'll go solid, and then that's what your actual moisture is of the corn. Here in our corn screenings, we're getting quite a few little kernels. All these are small kernels. See, these whole kernels, we're going to have to run through the grinder and crack them. So there's two screens. The inside screen screens out all the big stuff, mainly your stalk and your cob. That's what the inside screen does. And if it's small enough, it'll go through the inside screen, and then it'll do your small kernels. As you can see, some stalks still get through. If it go through the link plate. When we were younger, these were always my favorite because I could look in. These I hated because the step only went up so far. Didn't sell all of our 2020 crop of corn and beans. This bin is full of last year's corn. There was some in there, so what we had to do was we used, see those bin sites? The neighbor had an 8-inch auger that we could use a second one for. We needed one to come out, drop into a wagon, and another one to go up and into that bin. Because it was in that one, and that one's a 11,000 bushel. This one's only 5,500. So what we wanted to do was, we had about little under 6,000, so we wanted to put it in that bin, and what was ever left, we just ground up for cattle feed. So that way he knew a full bin was all last year's corn. It's going a little slow here. There's some down corn in spots, and it's hard for him to pick it up. It bunches up and then all wants to feed and plugs his head. Yeah, we don't have a reverser on our combine, so he has to manually get out and unplug it. got the grinder hooked up. We're just using the 7020 here. We usually use the 180, but that's on the auger right now. Our one wagon that we were dumping the corn screenings into, that barge wagon, the gray one's full. So now we're going to start feeding this one full. Since there is some whole kernels, that wagon will eventually get run through and cracked completely. But right now, I think I'm going to feed it through there and grind it up. There's a compartment in back if you don't want to run it through the grinder part, but I'm going to run it through and crack everything, all the small kernels. So that's what we're going to work on right now. So here's our pile of screenings. Like I said, there is some whole kernels in there, so we're going to run it through the grinder. I pulled up the tractor close here. I ended up finding an auger here. We got a, looks like a 5-inch. I know we got a 4-inch, but that's a longer one and doesn't have an electric motor, so I just took this one. We'll run it up here, go into this thing, run up, run down, and feed in to the grinder. So, need an extension cord for that. I'll make sure the motor works, and I'll start it up and get a little video action of it working here. All hydraulic here.